Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is your Jomba. On the 7th of July 2026, Kenyans on social media found out that they could no longer verify their registration details on the IEBC portal. I repeat, on 7th July 2026, Kenyans on social media platforms, especially on Twitter, what is now called the X platform. It is very hard for me, mutanisamee sana my viewers, for me to call Twitter X. X ni ya Gen Zs. Sisi wazee kama mimi tunaita hiyo application Twitter. Discovered that you can no longer verify your voter registration details on the website verify.iebc.or.ke. In the description of this video, I am going to put this verification link so that also you, my viewer watching me right now on my YouTube channel, can check your voter registration details. This momentarily caused a panic among Kenyans on social media, and personally I went to check my own voter registration details, and I can verify, I can confirm to you as my viewer that as at 8:42 p.m. last night, there is no voter registration details for any Kenyan on the IEBC voter registration platform. As you all know, or if you are new here and this is the first time watching this video, by the way, click the subscribe button hapo hivo. I am very passionate about your vote, my vote, and each and every Kenyan's vote. This channel has a whole playlist. If you go to the playlist section, you will see there's a whole voter education playlist dedicated to educating us as Kenyan voters on our rights as voters, our responsibility as voters, and especially the power of my vote. I am not even going to talk about your vote as my viewer. And it does not matter whether you are Kenyan, Indonesian, Ugandan, or Zimbabwean. It doesn't matter. Your vote is up there with the I don't even know how to well explain how important your vote is as an individual. So, if you go to this channel, there's a whole playlist dedicated to voter education, and the whole idea is to prepare Kenyans for the August 2027 general election. And one thing I love about us as Kenyans, as a people, is that people, watu hawajakaa tu, people are not just sitting there holding, clutching at their palms and just complaining and crying. Every time there is a Kenyan who is prodding at the systems that keep us running. And one of those Kenyans discovered yesterday that the IEBC voter verification portal is not working. And this is very important because on election day in August 2027, which is 10th of August 2027, you as a Kenyan voter are expected to show up at your polling station where you are registered to vote with your national identity card. And the only way for you to get to vote is after your voter registration details are verified biometrically on what is called the KIEMS kit, KIEMS kit, through your biometrics, your fingerprints. And that is why whenever you are registered as a voter in Kenya, they capture your fingerprints. If, for example, your fingerprints do not work, sawa, they have to do a manual voter identification. A manual voter identification. I am going to do a very detailed episode on voter identification at the polling station, especially now that the All Kalau by-election is coming up. I am going to All Kalau. I am going to cover that by-election, and hopefully I'm going to get an IEBC official to speak on camera to explain to you what happens when your voter, your biometrics can no longer identify you on the KIMS kit, because these are things that happen. Ukienda kama zile sehemu pali ambapo mimi natoka, kwa wakulima, watu ambao wanafanya kazi ngumu wa kushika majembe the whole day, their fingerprints start to wear out, and the biometric things no longer work. So voter identification is very crucial, and voter identification in Kenya is electronic. And that is why IEBC have a whole portal dedicated specifically to verify your voter registration. The only thing you need is your ID number to verify your voter registration details. You just require your identity card number, and you only require your year of birth to access that portal. So on the 7th of July, that portal has spent the whole day offline. The whole day that portal has been offline, and Kenyans started making noise on social media, myself included. After checking my details, I got a little antsy, and I started making noise too. And guess what? The IEBC responded to us at 8:42 p.m. I'm not sure if it's 8:42 or 8:46. I'll just put their response, their tweet on your screen so that you can see it. 8:46 p.m. or 8:42 p.m. is when the IEBC comes out to tell us that they are running a regular systems maintenance. Now, the question here is, and you do not have to be technical. So you do not have to be a technical person kuuliza haya maswali. Verification portal inafaa kufanya kazi kila siku masaa 24 kwa siku. Yes. Na kama verification portal is supposed to work so that anytime a Kenyan anywhere around the world they feel like they want to check their voter registration details can be able to access this, why is it that when there is a routine maintenance, why is it that Mkenya pahali akae chini aingie kwa portal, I find out yafanyi kazi, aanze kupiga kelele, Wakenya waanze kudiscover ya kwamba registration details zao hazionekani, then they make noise the whole day for IEBC to come in at 8 p.m. to tell us that kuna routine maintenance. Routine maintenance ni kwamba tumepanga ya kwamba tarehe 16 Julai kutakuwa, for example, na by-election All Kalau. That said, viewers of Mwabili Mwagodi TV are advised ya kwamba we will not have regular episodes from the main location. We are going to be on site. Zile schedule ambazo mumezoea kupata episodes za channel yangu haitakuwa kawaida. Nitakuamkia saa 11 asubuhi nimeupload episode depending on pahali niko. Nitaamka saa ngapi? Saa 9 usiku nitaupload episode kama kwa mfano niko wapi? Tallying Center, na hapo ndipo wametangaza mshindi wa kura ya All Kalau. You communicate in advance that look, things are not working the way they are supposed to work. Systems are not working the way they're supposed to work because we are working on the system. How's Erastus Ethekon? You see, the problem with Erastus Ethekon as IEBC chairperson is that he is tainted. We know he is related to former governor of Turkana, Nanok. Nanok ni kibaraka na kichuzi cha Ruto. John Nanok, the former governor of Turkana, he works in state houses, I don't know, comptroller or something. But all those people around President Ruto, all of them tunajua ni criminals. So if Nanok is related to Ethekon, ni kazini yake, we know that they are up to no good with the August 2027 general election. We know that as Kenyans. And for you, Nanok, not Nanok, Ethekon, Mimi, I'm here to tell you that do not dare play around with the will of the Kenyan people in August 2027, because that time for you to pay for the sins you have committed for President Ruto, utalipa peke yako. IEBC is Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. Independent being the key operating word. Ethekon, do not attempt to play around with kura ya Mkenya, because you are going to pay for the rest of your life. And this is not a threat. Erastus Ethekon, chairman of IEBC, this is a promise. Kenyans are not joking in 2027 with their vote. So do not joke with their will. Do not attempt, do not even think of attempting to steal this election on behalf of William Ruto, because you will face the full force of the law and the wrath of Kenyans will be upon you. Please, if you have not registered to vote, go out today and register to vote. 290 constituency headquarters registration inaendelea. Huduma center zote in the Republic of Kenya, voter registration inaendelea. Anniversary Towers Customer Service Center, voter registration inaendelea. If you need to change your particulars, if you need to change your voting location, that is happening right now in the ongoing voter registration process by IEBC. If you do not have an ID, go out there and get your national ID. If you are having problems kupata kitambulisho cha kura, go into these comments, niachie comment hapo, unatoka wapi, county gani, district gani, I don't know zinaitwa sub-county gani. Let me follow up with the Deputy County Commissioner wa pahali ambapo unatoka, upate kitambulisho uweze kujisajili kama mpiga kura immediately. This is your Jomba, as I've told you. Naenda Olkalau, please ninaomba munisaidie na fundraising kwa ajili ya accommodation, transport and meals, na ile kulipalipa wale vijana wa mtaani wa kunizungusha, watu wa bodaboda na fixers wa pale Olkalau. So please, the number is 0799428109. Niekeka kitu hapo so that I can go to Olkalau as soon as possible and come and report to you on what is going on the ground until the election on the 16th of July 2026. This is your Jomba Mobili Mogodi. Thank you very much for your support, guys, as usual. God bless.